So I'm on a long road trip from northwest Indiana, right on the Illinois state line, to Fort Wayne, Indiana, on the other side of the state. To make that drive, you've got to take US Route 30. And I'm on the section called the Ideal section, which is about a 2-mile section where they did all the road testing and tried to come up with the ideal surfaces for a US highway. Route 30 can take you all the way, US Route 30, all the way to the east, to the ocean, and all the way to the west to the ocean on the other side. So we're right in the midsection of that, right in the south part of Chicagoland, northwest Indiana. Along my drive, of course, being that it's about 2.5 hours, I'm going to need to be rejuvenated, to be caffeinated, and there's no better way for me anyway to drink my own coffee that I roast. I have a little coffee roasting business called Coffee by Gillespie. It's coffeebygillespie.com, and I roast coffee on the side, and that coffee is taken usually from small farms or cooperatives around the world, along the equatorial region of the world, and then shipped through an importer to me, and I roast it, and then I ship it to you fresh, on demand. You can find our coffees there on the website, and of course, one of the interesting things that maybe you don't know is that coffee can be very unique. Each of these coffees are probably akin to, or even more dramatically different to that of, say, a fine wine. You know, the differences between all the Merlots throughout the world, or a Zinfandel, or whatever your preference is. The same with coffee. Usually, most people drink coffees that have been blended to kind of mask all the differences between all the various farms and regions, and maybe to try to complement the various flavors. Most of the coffees I sell are actually from a unique farm and from one harvest, actually, even at that farm. And so these coffees are very interesting year to year from one farm or from various farms throughout a region. You can taste the differences there too, and always high quality and very fresh, clean, and full-bodied cup for you to drink. So that's going to get me through my drive on this stretch of US Route 30, which is a difficult stretch, given that there's a light about every 25 feet, it feels like. So I'm going to be drinking some coffee as I'm driving here to Fort Wayne from northwest Indiana, and it's going to be my coffee, coffeebygillespie.com. So I'm driving on a Sunday.